This is PC747. Welcome to the age of streaming. We are here, guys. I knew eventually it was a matter of time before we started seeing more companies do this. As cord cutters started to get away from choosing big cable and decided to say, hey, I'd rather choose channels or choose shows or choose things that I watch and pay for that. It was about a time before a lot of these studios started saying, okay, we're going to have to adapt and bring that to them. And we're starting to see this now. Netflix has pretty much been a big beneficiary of those who decided to cut the cord. And yeah, they've been making a lot of money and they've been doing a lot of good with their money, bringing us shows and content that was exclusive and people wanted to watch. And yeah, you knew it was a matter of time before companies decided to follow suit. The one I'm talking about today, though, is DC, as they will be launching DC Universe, their streaming service, which will be available in 2019. Now, it was a matter of time, like I said before, we were going to see this, as there was rumors about them announcing it. In fact, those of you who've been following the show Young Justice and been a fan of that show, there was been a push for people wanting another season of it. After season 2, the way it ended, it was like, man, you left off on a big cliffhanger and we wanted to see more. And yeah, at the time, there really was no plan to go for another season. But after the demand and people just, watching it over and over and over again on Netflix to try to send a message to Warner Brothers and DC, letting people know that this is what we want, we started to get rumors that there was another season coming out, and we're seeing that. But unfortunately, yeah, you're not going to be able to get that through your regular channels, as DC is going to use that as one of the things to bring people to their streaming service. As yeah, one of the shows that will be featured on their DC Universe will be Young Justice Outsiders, as well as some other content such as Teen Titans, Harley Quinn, and you also have Swamp Thing. And I'm pretty sure you will see some other content that will be announced the closer this network gets up and going. Now, look, I can see some benefits to this show, or this streaming services, especially if DC is willing to bring some of your favorites from the 90s, such as Static Shock back, Batman animated series, Superman, and some other DC animated movies, such as Batman Under the Red Hood. Stuff like that, and have that as a place where people can go and enjoy that content. That will make, a wise decision to have all that there where people can enjoy that. And another thing I think that DC should really consider to boost to boost people really gravitating to this streaming service is to be the place where it be a launch site or a launch area for your content. Every year, DC put out several animated movies, such as this year we have Batman Ninja and Batman Gotham by Gaslight. And even though those two are voiced as being kind of not as good compared to the animated shows in the past, still, people look forward to seeing some of that DC animation that gets put out there. And if DC uses platform to be a way where those who are subscribers will get free access to that, as well as a way where movies such as, let's say, any of the DC movies, once it hits digital download, it'll be available first, or after digital download, to be viewed on their DC streaming service. For me, that would be something that will get me to consider actually subscribing to it when it becomes available. But right now, it's going to be interesting to see how all this goes about, especially since Marvel and Disney looking to do the same thing, and with Disney buying Fox, they're going to have even a stronger library of content offering, being that they're going to have all the Fox content, your X-Men and all that stuff, as well as the Disney content, the Disney cartoons. They're going to have a much more broader a range of stuff that they will be able to offer. And this brings up a point that I'm concerned about, is that as you start to see all these streaming services, are you going to start seeing them cannibalize themselves in the fact that, well, there's only going to be so much money to go around in people's households, and something's going to have to go. And it's going to be, okay, which service I want to take? Am I want to keep Netflix? Am I want to stick with the DC, or I'm going to give Disney a chance? And it's going to be something that's going to be interesting, especially when these services come out and they're wanting to charge $11, $12, to even $15 a month. That's going to give people that are thinking, hey, which service I'm going to want to keep and which service I want to get rid of. Anyway, this is PC747. I'm out.